Okay, and welcome to Series 2, Episode 1 of my Newport County save. Theoretically, this would be Episode 21, but I'm going to start a new season. I got a quick 50 minutes or so I'm just going to fly through this and just try and give a quick intro. I wasn't going to run an episode, I was just going to try and do some things behind the scene because I literally have to drop off by 5 o'clock. But there's a few things that have been happening. Just unlocked an achievement, which is pretty cool. We just received £482,000. Yeston Hughes has helped Bromley win the FA Trophy, making 44 appearances, 22 years of age. He is wanted by Lincoln on a transfer, and I don't think he has much of a future here for us. But he's continued to build on the great experience that he's had. So that's been great development for him. And then we have Yoin Lawrence, who also played at Bromley. And won the FA Trophy with them. So that's really good. Both milestone for both of them. Made the senior debut, then going on to win a trophy. It's going to lift your spirits and certainly be great for these lads. So that's great. I've just won Manager of the Year, which has been really impressive. 54% win ratio. 46 matches, 32 years of age. I've pleased the chairman once again, so hopefully I build my reputation and relationship with him. And he, continues to be happy with the work that I've put in. Unlikely jubilant success for the Exiles, who consistently defied the odds from the outset and were eventually crowned champions. So that's really pleasing. We have 5 players in the Team of the Year: Ryan Haynes, Claridge, Zach Orr, Chavi Simmons, Lewis Collins and Twamley. 2 of which were on loan, but we've got James Claridge come back in for a loan for the second season. Simons we're struggling with simply because, Blackburn weren't happy that I was playing him in a different position than they wanted, despite him performing better than the original expectation was for him. Repair the club's financial damage, which again isn't down to me. This has been quite clearly down to the board. As you can see, I've been managing my budget as best as possible, and I've really relied on free transfers and loans. So it's come from the top up. In terms of the financial management of the club, so it's great that they've given me that boost, and hopefully I'll continue my work and relationship with the club. Yes, we've been linked with this player. He's at Fleetwood. He's 32 years of age. He's listed. He hasn't got bad stats. He'd be quite good to come in as a second, or to try and challenge Tom King. Let's just have a quick look through the socials here. There is a player that I wanted to quickly look at because I just noticed Mickey Demetrio retired. That would have been helpful if I had the actual email for that. He's now going to be a director of football at the staff shortlist indefinitely. So he's got some good traits or attributes. However, if he wants to be a director of football and his judging player ability is free, his potential's 4, and negotiation is free, they are quite low attributes to sort of go off, and he really needs to improve on these as director of football. So that would be quite interesting. We've got all of these boys who are currently on youth contracts. They're set to expire. I'm not going to renew any of their contracts. They're not good enough for what we're looking for. And also we want to try and bring in better quality than we already have. Tristan Abrahams has been removed from my list, even though he is wanted by Grimsby and Forest Green. I was going to try and bring him back on loan. It couldn't materialise. To try and bring him in for the end of the season, and trying to add more depth and someone who knows the club and try and support him in turning his career around. However, he's now has opportunity to go to other clubs, and I hope he does, and again tries to turn his career around and do it somewhere else and try to make the most of his career. As something that I've always say for every player that I have and manage, is try to make the most of their career. Dumbarton have made a loan approach for David Davidson. We've just not long brought him in for a lower. So yeah, he can have some loan experience. Scotland League 2, but again, league experience, fitness. If we stepped up the league, it's going to be interesting to try and bring him in, try and get some loan experience, and then try and develop him over the course of the season. And if we sell him for more money than we brought him in for, then we've made a tidy little profit. And once again, it's great business from me. Newport County to receive 250k for participating in the FA Cup. That was a great review. Let's see whether we've got any mention. No. Best match was these two teams. That's cool to see. They're down in the National League North. So that is good to see there. Okay, so we're still in this period of finishing the season and coming up the pre-season, and we're still on holiday mode. So I just want to see where we can get through over the next few weeks, and then try to look at what players we can try and bring in. Dom Telford was unfortunately unable to save Carlisle from relegation. Played a major role with 44 appearances. So he did go out on loan. He had plenty of game time. Didn't do too badly. It was great to see, as he wasn't really part of my plans, and I thought he had to step up. So it was great that he was involved in their season and played so many games. It's just a shame that they were in relegation, but play a key part and to learn from that, and it's just something that he's experienced in his career. Okay, Newcastle have been promoted to the Premier League. So they finished in the playoffs, it would seem. Yes, beat West Brom 3-1, so that's a shame for West Brom to remain in that table in that sense. So that is a shame for them. Let's have a quick look at the stages. Let's have a quick look at the league table. West Ham won it. They won by a point, beating Swansea. Absolutely gutting for Swansea. They have Flores in charge. I just wanted to go straight back to the league table. West Ham have Brendan Rodgers in charge, who is obviously an excellent manager. And Newcastle have gone up with Bournemouth just missing out. Oxford, Doncaster and Wigan are all relegated. Did get a job offer from Wigan earlier on in the season. So it's such a shame for them to be relegated. But we will see how this season goes for us. Second time back in League One for us, and certainly me as manager. So it's trying to develop what players we're bringing in, the experience of the players, and how we certainly try to cope with League One, and whether we can remain in League One is going to be the most important thing. So it's good work, great for what we need to do, and it's great experience to try and be back in League One. Let's have a quick look here. Yes, she's gone out on loan. That's good. Okay, quickly out the check that as some of the wind was blowing through the house. Estimated cost 87k. Don't have £87,000. So transfer, would they loan him? Ooh, that's quite a lot of money for a loan. We can afford it, but that is a lot of money for a loan to take in, especially when we're going into anything. No, this is season 5. This is my second season going into League One with the club. Previously we were relegated and then came back down, spent 2 seasons in League 2. So this is my 5th season with the club, second season within League 1. So that's going to be interesting. Yes, I would like to keep him at the club because he's been very good. And I believe over a full season, would be very different, as he's going to have more games, more experience. But a good little loan option for us. And if they don't want him, hopefully they'll release him. We can bring him in on a free, but he does have a contract till 2029, so 4 years to go. So hopefully we can get a long-term loan for him, and he'll keep coming back into us because he's quite a good player. Offers made for Ruben Colwell. Forest Green have also made an offer as well as us. It'd be not a bad little signing for us to try and bring him in, especially if we lose Joshua Richards. It would put him up to the second player, so it would be a very good signing. So here we get a 76 overall rating, but then once you go on to it, the overall ability, scouting rating 76, analyst rating 23, so therefore we have an average rating of 49. So not bad if we can try and bring him in on a free. That's not bad business from us. Try and get 2 players in on a free, 1 in on a loan. So trying to manage that budget as best as possible. We've got money to spend on wages. So I'd rather keep that open for any free transfers or loans we can look to get in. And then if we have to, then we can adjust the budget. So Matty Dolan's turned down a contract extension once again. Looks like he is off. That's such a shame. I would like to bring him back in. He was wanted by Bolton at some point, obviously in the higher league. But if they don't get him and he doesn't sign for anyone, then hopefully he'll return to us after not getting some games. So Anthony Smith called up by his country once again. More caps for him. He did go out on loan to York in the National League for some more game time and experience. And hopefully he will go out on loan again next year. We can look to improve him and hopefully get some more money for him. Jers hasn't done well, so we're now going to release the boy, and that should save us about 1.2k a month, which is good for us. If we lose Matty Dolan, you know, that opens up the wage budget considerable once again. Brennan, I would like to bring him in, but we don't have much of a great relationship with the two clubs. 76 would be a very good signing. £3.1k a week. Wow, would he want to drop that much? Just have a look, see how much he wants. Okay, he is willing to drop how much he's earning. Livingston and Waterford, obviously in lower leagues or leagues not that bad. Should we take a punt on him? See how much money he wants. 1.2k a week. Not even willing to negotiate. Well, I'm not willing to give you that much money. Okay, he is wanted by Chesterfield, Grimsby, Hartlepool, Torquay and York. He seems to have a bit more depth about him. Played for Man United previously. Been at Bolton. Let's just have a quick look. Scouting report would be second best there behind Sam Essel, and Sam Essel is on his way out. Ross McIver is on his way back out, so let's just see whether we could make a little deal with him. Yes, John Terry has left today to pursue his management career. Such a shame. I believe he leaves after, what, 2 seasons with Villa. So that's such a shame that he has left Villa, especially for the start of the season. Another tough loss for them to deal with. But I wish him the best of luck. So I believe he does have something lined up. Obviously, he wasn't getting anywhere by remaining as assistant manager. Okay, good, very good profit, taking the overall balance down. Okay, I would like to get him in, but yeah, I wish him the best of luck because I do like John Terry a lot. I believe that he wanted to be a manager for a long time, so it's going to be interesting to see where he ends up going. Okay, it's for a 1-year deal. Let's offer him a contract. See whether we can bring the boy back in. He has experience at League One, which is what we need. Another free sign-in. So we just offered 2 free deals there. So it's quite good from us. Yes, good leadership. Okay, that's good that we got him coming back in on loan, provided that he says yes. The club said yes, but we need Pedro to say it as well. So he's going to be a good signing for us to try and get back in, and over a course of season. Obviously it's going to be a lot tougher than just playing the 16 games that he had with us, or 17-18 I should say, and hopefully try and get over 40 games this year, stepping up to a different league. So we'll see how much quality he has by stepping up, and see the transition in stepping up. We also need to try and get a few players back in who we've had out on loan. They don't want to sell him. He's been on loan in Denmark. They brought him in for 120k. Let's see who's got a transfer bid. Loan New England would be a very good signing for us. Let's try and make the offer here. Loan. They want him with high quality players, but willing to loan him out to America. Good business sense. Good player development. Okay, it's good that it's opportunity for him, and especially go out to America. Great for development with American players, etc., and what their leagues are offering. But realistically, what? Okay, he would be a good loan signing. We've had some quite good loan signings from Cardiff, but we have a poor relationship with them, so it's really difficult. I don't know how or whether you can repair a relationship with a club. So I hope that we can, because they have quite a few decent players that I would like to try and bring in. Miembe's absolutely one of my absolute favourite players I'd like to bring back in. Valued at 300k though, don't have that money. Contracted for another year after this, so it would be good to keep an eye on him. Transfer tag already. Can't make a loan because of the poor relationship that exists. But he was accepted last year. We're going to take it over. We couldn't bring him in simply because he played for 3 clubs that year, so that was such a shame. Wanted by Morecambe, Northampton and Dundee. Currently in Crystal Palace under 23s. Not much game experience from him there. 921 caps, 1 goal. He's also Welsh, which is good for the Welsh club. Try and bring players back in. Wow, 70% they want us to pay £3,100 a week. We can afford it. But for a player who is 20 years of age with a lack of experience, despite having some good areas, I believe we can try and get someone better in than we have. Yes, it would be good to try and get him back in. Contract ends in a year with Cardiff. We could get him in realistically on the wage, but once again the stumbling block is how much they'd ask for him. We don't have that much money available in transfer budget, as you can see here. So again, free signings, loans, massively beneficial for us, especially with the way we're going to manage it. He played well in the under-20s win, 6.8, so not bad. Yoin Lawrence and Rolando Rojas will return to us. Rolando had a very good loan out on Dover, but National League level. Want him to step up this year, valued at 50k. Let's see whether we get any transfer offers for him, because that would be good money. Okay, we lost out on him. He's gone to Forest Green, but not to worry. I'm sure there's plenty of other players out there for us to look at. We're still in the pre-season. They declined to make an offer. That's such a shame. 2 players called up, Glyn Warren and Martin Gunter, so that's good for our youth academy and players. Okay, didn't get a loan offer for him. Transfer offer. That's a shame, but he did have a good loan. Maybe he is National League level, 18 years of age. Don't think he's going to break into the first team this year. Let's see whether they want a contract extension for another year. Yes, okay, that's good. They're taking him to 19, more league experience. Should take him over the 50-60 games, which is ideal. Okay, that's good that we've brought in Ellis Harrison. He is from the Newport area, started off his career with Bristol Rovers. He did move to Ipswich in real life and Portsmouth. I believe he's still at Portsmouth, getting more game times than he actually has. So it's great to bring Ellis back in. I actually went to school with Ellis, so that is pretty cool. Okay, Pedro wants to return, so that's excellent news. More game time for him over the season and development. He's on a long-term contract, so let's hope we can maintain that relationship with Crystal Palace and get him some more game time and he stays with us long-term. You never know, our money might increase, so we might be able to sign him, or we might just have to be reliant on continuous loans. But we will do our best, and that's why we're going to have to manage our finances and situation as best as possible. Yes, another interesting day for football. John Terry leaving Villa. Eric Lamela has just left Spurs today, and Spurs have brought in a young 20-year-old from Seville, so that's very good business from them. Building for a future. Lamela was a good player. I just feel he was massively underrated at times and perhaps underused, but that's not bad business for them. Okay, would be good to get him back in. Oh, I didn't enjoy his loan spell. Well, that is such a shame. But, you know, he was 23. He wasn't really hitting the ground running when he came in on loan. So I can understand why he wouldn't want to come back. But, you know, he needs to try and make a move that's beneficial for him. As soon as the transfer window opens, I will have a look at what players' contracts are ending. Anthony Smith involved 1-1, no goals, no assists, but rating of 7.3, never capped, 19 years of age. Okay, he's been called up to the under 19, so that's very positive for him. Ronaldo Torra, 78 overall, wanted by Kilmarnock, 25 and 21 caps. Been at Spurs, so would come from a very good academy. 20 years of age, so there's development areas for him. 1.2k, I reckon that could drop if we offered him a contract. Okay, let's offer him a contract and see how much he dropped to. Oh, £375 a week. That is decent. I reckon I can get that lower. Get rid of that. Okay, always put that there. Okay, that's fine. That might come back down, but that's fine as long as he takes that down. Okay, good. We got him on 275. So that's not bad if we get him on £275 a week. Another free contract. Under 21, so we wouldn't have to register him. So that's quite good for us to look at. Estimated cost 2.4 mil to 5.5, even though he's valued at 220k. So that's ridiculous inflation. That's ridiculous. It's like 100% inflation just to get the 2.4. It's unreal. Would be a very good signing, yes, on loan, but they are not willing, and they'd rather waste him than him just drive down the road to Newport on loan. Yes, I'd absolutely love to get this boy in on loan, but they want him with higher quality players, even though, you know, League One isn't bad and we've done quite well to win the league, and, you know, the player would make the difference by coming in on loan. So it's going to be interesting to see who we can try and bring in. And what the squad is going to look like, but I believe that we're in a very good place. Okay, Coventry, Luton, Millwall, Nottingham and Kilmarnock have also made offers. Okay, so when a few of the other bigger clubs are looking at him, you know, that means that, you know, he could possess some potential. So it's worth trying to offer him a contract, and again, if he turns us down for a big club, nothing to do with that. Luke Brennan, free transfer, try and bring him in, some depth. You know, it's only on a 1-year deal, so if he does perform well, we'll just release him. Sometimes you just have to take a punt on players, especially if they're free, and just see what we can try and do on the loan signings. But we need some League One experience, hence Ellis Harrison coming in. So that'll be good to try and get him in. Joe Jarvis will be coming in from TNS. He's obviously played Welsh League. Playing Welsh League is very different to English football, especially when we will be going up to League One. And I think it's going to be a huge step up. Transfer rumour, yeah, he's actually on loan from us. Didn't do too well in his loan. So I believe his contract is up. So Sutton and Forest Green are looking at him. So hopefully he can go and find a move that's right for him. No point offering him a contract if he didn't do well on a loan deal here. And could have had that game time, didn't. Glad that we got him in. Yes, Josh Ian, I would like you to bring him in. Thank you. Joshua Richards playing again, getting an assist into 2-0 win for Wales on 20, so he'll keep developing. Yes, loan extensions, hopefully try and get some more time for him. And let's get Charlie Wellens in from Bolton. Ooh, that is a very good shout. Would he fit Swansea? Well, he did say that he was going out and having some family time, which I read on Sky News this morning. Then he will appraise what the situation is and go from there. But, you know, Swansea, very good, young squad. He knows the Championship where he's been with Villa. He's obviously willing to move. Swansea were close to winning the playoffs with Steve Cooper for the last 2 seasons. They've done quite well with Graham Potter. So it wouldn't be a bad move. He'd obviously just be lacking on the finances available. But I'm sure he would have spoke to like Frank Lampard about that and how he managed his time at Derby. You know, and obviously Wayne Rooney's Derby County manager, so he's in a very tough position at the minute in finances, as we've seen over the last few days. So yeah, I think it might be interesting to see whether he does end up at Swansea. But I'm sure his great relationships with Aston Villa and Chelsea may benefit with the amount of youngsters they have. So they could bring him back. Yes, Chris Coleman. I think a lot of fans would like Chris Coleman, and they would want an experienced manager like him. Just a very poor club record overall. So I think it would be a bit of a risk taking Chris Coleman back in. So I think they've got that decision to make. And I think Chris Coleman's used to working under tight budget. So that could be a shout, and he is Welshman. So it's going to be interesting to see. Real Madrid have offered 134 million for Mason Greenwood, who obviously has been accepted. I would have tried to push that a bit more, but he's done quite well for Manchester United. He's got great stats. He's come from youth academy. No, I've never met Chris Coleman. I wish I had met Chris Coleman. He seems like a nice enough guy. His philosophy seems great, especially with work that he's done with Wales. But yeah, I would like to have met him, and hopefully will at some point. It'd be great to get this lad in. Wanted by Accrington on a transfer. His contract is up soon. Defensive midfielder would be a quality sign-in. Xavi Simons is going back to his parent club, so he would end up going second best. Joshua Richards would be going back, so he would be the first best. So maybe we can offer a contract. Let's just see how much he wants. Oh, does she? Well, who knows? She might. Well, he might end up coming back in to club football then, and it might be a good move for him. So we'll just see. It's going to be interesting. But I think it's has to be the right move for Swansea. Let's have a quick look at our squad. Let's try and get him back in for another season. He actually done quite well for that year, so it'd be great with getting him in on a third year. Yeah, offer some depth and rotation. Obviously knows the squad. experience in the league. He would be stepping up, so would add good depth and good opportunity for him to try and step up. No offers for him. That's a shame. Let's transfer list him then. Let's offer him. Try and offload him. Okay, National League, so obviously not where we want him. But if you can go back out the stock put for another year and keep developing, especially as we're in League One, that would be great for him. And then hopefully, well, his contract is up next year, so we can monitor whether that'll be viable for us to offer him another deal and perhaps give a chance. If not, you know, we release him and we haven't lost anything really, so it's not bad. Okay, how satisfying is it to complete the signing of Ellis Harrison? Well, I tried it last year. He's missed out on a season full of football, so that's such a shame. Matches can be won and lost in a single moment. Do you believe Harrison to be someone who can be the difference between success and failure? Yes. What impact do you think you'll have? Yep. Change the tactics. I don't reveal the wish any tactical, so very happy. Ellis Harrison, so good to have introduced him there. Press conference. Tottenham and Regulon begin contract renewal talks, so that'd be good if they can try and get him down on a contract renewal. Yep. It'd be a shame because we paid over 20k for this boy, but he's not good enough for the league that we want him in. So, you know, just offloading him and freeing up the wage budget would be key, and hopefully get on with his career. He would be thankful of his time. So it's good. Yeah, he had rating 7.5 on his loan. Yes, it would be great if you get him on his pro. Yes, good. Never won on their pro. Good. He's going to be on his B license, and let's try and get Scott Cass on his pro. Good. That's been accepted, and two more coaches on their pro. So that's great for the development of these coaches and our investment in them. So that's really exciting. Okay, going to be interesting to see what kind of players we're having in on loan, and how we develop the young players that are coming in. But the squad is looking quite good at the minute. Obviously, I don't think this one will go through because there's 650k compensation, and we don't have 650k. We don't even have 6.5k. Got two players going out, one on a loan, one being sold, so that's quite good business for us. Just have to keep managing the squad as best and try and work with what we've got. Matty Dolan is obviously leaving in a couple of weeks' time, so just put him in the under 23 so I know what the first team looks like. That opens 1.2k monthly. Okay, his contract is up at the end of the year. So it looks like he'll be leaving, but that's okay. Contract info, got a year to go at his parent club. Would try and offer him the money for the move, but we can't afford him. You know, we can't rebuild that relationship with them for whatever reason. So unfortunately, it doesn't look like we're going to get him back in. We're not getting him. Tommy Lindley's returning to his parent club. He's been quite average on loan, not as good as we expected, but sometimes you got to take those punts. He will not be here next year. He will not be here next year. Alcon Watson, slightly concerned with the amount of game time he was getting. Not bad to get him in off the ball. Finishing's not where we want it. Good acceleration and agility though. Good pace. Should we take a punt on him for another year? Rating of 6.78. Let's make a loan offer. Regular starter. Let's just have, say, squad player. Okay, Joshua Richards isn't going to be here as much. I'd love to bring him back in. Samuel Essel didn't play well enough for when we brought him in, so he's not coming back. Jana's being released, so let's move him to the under 23s. He will go back to the under 18s and train with them. Yolo Cook, he is wanted by Bath on loan, so let's try and get him a loan. That would be quite good for him, but let's put him in to the under 23s. Jana, remove him from position. Okay, and that's a squad as it looks. Joe Woodwis is leaving. He's going to Connors Quay. So we did offer him a new contract, but it looks like he will going down the Welsh League. Carl Hawkins. Ryan Haynes, he is wanted by Chesterfield. Transfer. Could be beneficial to sell him and just keep Aaron Lewis there all season. Good business from us. Not a bad little season off him. Let's offer to clubs and see whether we get anything in for him. Chavi Simmons won't be here. Okay, Essel won't be here, so let's just put him in the 23s. No, he's already there, so let's just have a quick look at the squad. Okay, not bad squad. Liam Shepherd is wanted as well. Didn't have the greatest of seasons. He's wanted by Chesterfield. They want two of our wing backs, so let's offer them out. See whether we get anything for them. Okay, that was good, but maybe we might get an offer for him. Okay, ooh, Southend have come in for him as well. That's quite good. Chesterfield have made an offer for Haynes, 140k. Okay, we'll accept that deal. We can try and offload him and bring some transfer budget in. Okay, they wanted 4.3k. I thought I've never seen that before, so I thought if I just reject it, there's nothing they can do and it would still go through. That is a shame. But I'd rather pay 4.3k. No one wants him, so that's fine. Setting in bid for him so that we can get offload him. Jaden Harris, let's loan him. Yoin Lawrence, let's offer him out for loan. Yes, I know he's returning to his parent club. And Peter Berry will be going out on loan again, which is good. So hopefully more game time for him, which is very important. We're quite busy already, so Peter Berry will be extending his loan at Stockport, which is excellent for him. Can we make a loan? Wow. Okay, they don't want him now, so it doesn't matter too much. We'll just keep him then. Okay, Elgin Watson will be returning, so that's great that we have another player who knows the club returning on loan. So we're in a very good position. You know, we're trying to loan players out for their own development. We're trying to offload players we no longer need. We're trying to bring players in on loan who we feel have good opportunity to develop here at the club and have some more game time. Okay, that's a shame he's rejected, so he won't be returning. Rolando Rojas played 4 minutes in the 7-0 win for Argentina under 19s against Finland under 19s. So there is good prospect on this boy. Even if he doesn't develop his career with us, then hopefully we can sell him and make some money elsewhere. I'm not willing to pay that. Yes, good luck. Such a shame that you won't be developing your career here, but I hope you go and develop your career elsewhere. Remember your time at Newport. So we just sold him for 1.1k. We brought him in for 28, so we made a loss on him, which was a shame, but not good enough for the standard we want him. So it's good that he can go and try and develop in the National League. 50% Torres accepts Nottingham Forest. Oh, that's a shame he's going to Nottingham Forest, turns us down, but you know, Notts Forest are a bigger club than us, Championship. Wow. How? If I can get a £500,000 sign-in, then I don't want him. Where are we getting that from? No. If I can pay £500,000 for a player, I'm not going to want him. No offence, like. Oh, he won't return. That's a shame. That is a big shame. Would like him, but doesn't want to come back. If we can try and get majority of deals done that I want to try and bring back in now, then it puts us in a better position for the end of the season. Because we know exactly who we want then, we know what funds we got left, and you know, it means trying to less pressure to negotiate these contract with players, which is good. So we can delay, and delay. Didn't mean to click that, I accidentally jumped off that there. Ooh, 100k for Dom Telford. Let's see if we can get a little bit more money for him and try and get some good budget going in the market, and hopefully continue to make some money off players, and the money that I would actually spend on players in the end I would have actually done quite well on. York have come in for Smith, so hopefully he can go and develop his career. Okay, yep, I'm willing to accept that. I know, I would love him, but I can't get him. Let's see how much he would want to come in then. Won't get him anyway. Yes, that's good. Young lad going out on loan. More development for him. And again, if he's come through youth academy and we can sell him off, you know, that's, you know, good little business from us. Another asset sold, another opportunity to do a player out there, and another opportunity that has come from Newport County. So that's really positive. Okay, he's gone out to Southend National League, so that's good. Let's hope he can get some game time, some good fitness, score some goals, get some assists. Learn what it's like to be in and around the first team. Learn what it's like, consistently over a season. Learn what it's like to play in the league. Learn the difficulties that come with it. Hopefully, I'll make him more independent as he's gone out on loan. He should have some resilience. It should give him an end goal to try and come back in or secure a transfer or contract elsewhere. So the ball's in his court, which is what I like to give players, the opportunity for them to have their own decision making whilst realistically we're in control of the player's destiny. As to whether we want to offer him a new contract, try and sell him out, loan him out, or release him. But the moral obligation to players that I certainly have deep down is that hopefully we can try and find an opportunity for him within the game. Okay, let's put the offer in for him for a loan. We got the budget. Let's see if he wants to agree and come in. Well, that's been accepted. That's good. Let's see whether he wants to come in. Literally going to go for 2 more minutes, but I would absolutely love to spend more time on this game because I literally have to drop off for something this evening, and hopefully I should be back sooner rather than later. But I could sit here for the next 5-6 hours and play this, and would love to extend on what I've been streaming and try and get the longest one I've done yet. The longest one the other night was 5 hours, which was really interesting. But as soon as it gets to 58, there we go. He signs a new pre-contract deal. That's good. He snubs a new deal. That's a shame, but doesn't matter too much yet. Okay, 2-year deal for this young keeper, which is exciting. Telford rejects Carlisle. Why? Get some money in. Joe Day signs a new 1-year deal. That's good because he is a backup goalkeeper. And that's exactly what I wanted him for, is to be a backup. Scrimshaw, no! I need him to sign a new deal, so I will try and negotiate that with Jake later on in the season. And Yeston Hughes drawn interest from Accrington, so hopefully he can go out and get some game time and develop there. Carlisle make a bid. So Joe Day's more of a backup goalkeeper, so it's good to have him return, and if he wants to develop here with us, then that's great. Shane will lose Anthony Smith, and he's going to National League, but opportunity for him to develop his career and try and get some more game time. £4,900 we've received from him. That's not bad considering he was a free transfer. He goes to York, so hopefully he can go and do well there. And we can go from there. Lewis Collins, long term, Tinsdown deal. So it's good that we're getting players to sign deals. But few of the key players from East Grimshaw, Sheehan, and who else turned one down then? Lewis Collins, all key players that I would like to keep at the club and sign on contracts. So they've turned it down at the minute, but let's hope in a few months' time they'll be willing to re-sign it. Jake Scrimshaw's a key for me because he's 24. He's got a big future here at the club. He's got a good opportunity. Evan Ovendale, we're going to keep him. Backup rotation, good depth to have. That's been rejected, so the deal's been cancelled on that sense. Got a minute over from where I wanted it, but I love this game so much. So we're coming up to the beginning of pre-season. We've got quite a few pre-season games, and I'd like to leave this to my assistant manager, Wayne Hatswell, so I can just fly through pre-season and just cast an eye on things. We've got quite a few signings, which we're trying to secure and trying to get some players out through the door. And that'll be good business for us. It'd be good to try and secure some other loans and certainly build in preparation for League One and try and stay up this time and try and consolidate ourselves as a League One club. But we're not doing too badly. I bought 50 players for 62k. I've sold 34, so less players, and I've made £825,000 profit. So I'm doing a really good job for the club in general by trying to secure as much transfer value for players. Obviously Jax has been the worst investment I've made. Paid 28k for him, I sold him for 1.1. But you just learn from those things in your career. And it's not like we paid 2.5 million and ended up going from there. This is the third time we've had an offer for him. It would be good if he could stay with the club because he's been a good scout for us. He has 2 years left on his deal. Be ashamed to lose him, especially to Dundee, and I think he'd better off staying with us. So yeah, so that's going to be interesting. So quite interesting. Okay, he's dropped that concern, so hopefully we can get him in on loan, and he'll say yes this time. Yeah, so there's a lot to do on episode 2, but this was a really nice introduction episode. Of course, it's busy. There's lots of different deals to be made. You know, we need to try and secure our scout. We need to try and re-sign players. We're kicking off pre-season. Let's just quickly go through here. Heads up. Oh, he wasn't happy letting him go. Okay, talk about that another time. Maybe that's why he turned down his deal, but not to worry. Welcome squad back. Let's quickly do this. Yes, we need to be a fuck. There's such a fucking like squad where they don't like being that over eagerness or trying to push harder. Okay, bye bye Don Telford. It's been nice having you. I wish you the best of luck at Carlisle. You know, a good loan offer from them. We've made a bit of profit from you, and we make a bit more money in pre-season. Yeah, we sold another player, but that means a bit more money for us to invest elsewhere and try and freshen up the squad for League One this time round. We also give an opportunity to a player, which isn't part of my plans. Let's quickly fly through here. Okay, Newport County have increased their stature from last year, which is really good. So it shows that we're going in the right places. Hopefully we can attract some more bigger, more players. But I'm doing the best I can with such a little budget. But yeah, looking forward to episode 2. Hopefully I'll get that out later tonight, if not tomorrow. But thank you very much, Aaron, for now. Hopefully catch up with you soon. Follow me on Twitch, Twitter. Give me a subscribe on YouTube. Leave me a like. Leave some comments. If you're on the Discord chat, then that's cool as ever. Engage with me on Twitter. But, just love those things. Look forward to episode 2, and hopefully I'll catch up with you guys soon. Thank you very much. Red Tonto 13.